Hi, didn't see you there. Come on in.
Excuse me, sir. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Vaughan Flowers.
And what is the meaning of life to you?
Well, the meaning of life. I mean, abstractly speaking, as a species, the only real meaning to us is to reproduce and then die. But other than that, I like to draw.
What kind of stuff do you like to draw?
Well, maybe it'd be a lot easier to explain it like this. You unlock this door with the key of imagination, and what lies beyond it is another dimension. It's a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. Now this is the dimension of sight and mind, of the real and the unreal, of the uncanny valley and the macabre. This is the dimension where light meets shadow, and where science meets superstition. My friends, the clock has just struck. You have just entered the witching hour. The reason why I focus on horror, and not just horror, but fantasy and surrealism, is because it makes full use of what you can do with a visual medium. What I'm trying to say is that, anyone can go outside and see a beautiful hillside in the sunset, but you're not going to see a mummy open its sarcophagus from the inside out, or werewolves mauling people in the woods. Horror, fantasy, surrealism, whatever you want to call it, it takes full advantage with a visual medium by making pieces that could visually represent creatures and landscapes that could never exist, and it forces you to use your imagination with this kind of stuff. Because a lot of times you're looking at references from books and movies and that kind of stuff, but you can't just copy film designs or show designs. You gotta make it your own. Each piece is a love letter to the horror genre, and each individual piece speaks to a certain interest of mine, whether it be the occult or UFOs or all other kinds of goofy stuff. Like, a lot of times, before I can start a piece, I usually get inspiration from music or from films I've just recently seen. Like that one mummy piece, that was inspired by Power Slave when I was listening to some Iron Maiden. And ultimately, while working on that, I wanted to do my research, so I started watching the old Boris Karloff films from the old Universal Classic films. Or that one alien piece with the guy getting his brain exposed but getting worked on by aliens. That one was more so about my own interest with UFOs and that kind of stuff when I was a young kid, and I used to totally believe in that kind of stuff. But it also kind of comes from my newfound love for the X-Files. Basically, I draw because I love being able to spread my interests to others for you all to enjoy, and that's what gives my life meaning.